Hi there, I'm Whitney Smith, and we are breaking down for you today the Ontario Security Guard training syllabus. So, we are talking about Section 5, which is the health and safety. So, we're really just going to discuss what Section 5 is, what it's talking about, and the expectation on you as a learner going through the potential course. So, this one is 1 hour long. So basically, it's going to go over the policies and procedures of Occupational Health and Safety Act, OHSA, and the Workplace Hazardous Materials Information Systems, WHMIS, are necessary to ensure the occupational safety of security guards and those they interact with. We're going to identify how to control workplace risks and hazards, how to apply appropriate responses to emergency situations, and how to communicate workplace safety requirements. So this is going to vary site to site. What is going to be required of you and what you might run into. Health and safety is potentially going to happen anywhere, but some sites more than others. So, here in this, we're going to talk about a brief introduction to OHSA and WHMIS. Security guards need to know and understand how OSHA and WHMIS apply to yourselves and others, and you should also cover the right to refuse unsafe work. So I think we've mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. So let's say you're working on let's say you're in a retail setting and you're just watching CCTV cameras. Obviously, your exposure to health and safety issues might be limited compared to somebody who's working, let's say, in a factory. And that factory is producing, let's say Post-it notes. Let's say you work in the Post-it note factory. Well, they're using chemicals to create that paper, to put colors in, to put the adhesive behind it. So those chemicals, come in big barrels, right? And big containers, and they are mixed in proper measurements. And you might be doing a patrol near the areas where some of those are mixed or whatever. Or let's say something's being delivered and a spill happens. You need to know what to do and how to react in those situations based on what is spilled. And you need to know whether you're supposed to touch it, whether you're supposed to call in the right professional. You need to know based on what it is, what you need to be careful for. So you're going to learn about those safety data sheets. You're going to learn about what is that symbol? What does that thing mean? I don't know. It kind of looks scary. Maybe I shouldn't touch that, right? So you're going to learn that information here. But again, it's I think this one's it's the 1 hour. So it's only an hour, but it is important that you understand this. Again, if you know the sites that you're going to be potentially working on, where we're speaking about that potential factory situation where you know that chemicals are going to be versus a site that you're not running with them enough, then ultimately, obviously, you still need to pay attention no matter what, but pay attention more if you know you're going to be on a site that has those chemicals, because you don't want to find yourself in a dangerous situation where, let's say you're doing a patrol and you slip and fall on a chemical and you don't know what it is. You don't know what you just fell in, but then you can see the bucket and you can see the symbol on the side of it. So then you might need to know how you're going to react, or how to react to somebody else who's maybe slipped and fallen and or maybe accidentally drank something, whatever, right? So you need to really know this. So this is a good section. And then of course you're going to have a quiz at the end just to go over some of the information that you learned here, but health and safety being a big, key, important one. You really want to pay attention, especially if you work on sites that you're going to be seeing some chemicals in place. So there you have it. There's the breakdown of Section 5, health and safety, for the Ontario Security Guard training syllabus. Thanks for watching.